It's week 3 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Texans and the Bears, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Bears in this one. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Now the rookie fourth-round pick. This is Dameon Pierce. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Another carry for Pierce. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Third and short yardage, Mills. And this is going to be incomplete. Fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Bears take over. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. Back to Montgomery on second down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Fields on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And Pierce gets it again on second down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Dameon Pierce is such a fun guy to watch as a runner. He can make a guy miss 1 second and then power through a defender the next. Never had a 100-yard game while at Florida, but I expect more than a handful here in the NFL.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's got some space here. And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. And they'll try to throw here. Mills looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Down to the 25. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The big story all week, Texans coach Lovie Smith making his return to Chicago. Lovie, of course, the coach of the Bears from 2004 to 2012, and he was at the helm when the Bears won that NFC title in 2006. Wound up 81-63 during his tenure here in the Windy City. And he would have that pit stop down in Tampa and then come back to the state of Illinois as the head coach of the Fighting Illini in the Big Ten before returning to the National Football League. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Once more Montgomery. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Holding offense.
So a decision to make there. They decline the penalty as they'd rather force the 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. So Montgomery denied on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. A nice little juke. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave him some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Mills to throw it. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
On second down, here's Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mills. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. This complete to Jones. Play action. It's Fields. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Mills now from the 50. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Mills. And that is incomplete. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Texans in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first two quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for the Bears, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it in a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. They'll get this up to about the 44. From the 44, Fields. Complete to Jones. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. Give them 11 yards and time and a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on second down, Fields. He gets this to Jones over the middle. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Fields. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mills. That's underneath to Pierce. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mills. Over the middle, complete. That's Pierce. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. defensively, they end up throwing him for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Mills now.
And he'll find Akins there, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Throwing, Mills.
He's going to sling this deep downfield, and unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 18.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Man open, here is Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 1st touchdown of the new season.
And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith.
And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
So here is Mills and the Texans.
Down 7-0. A minute 55 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mills back to throw. To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13.
Mills looking to throw it.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
Here's Mills.
And that is incomplete.
Mills, fourth down, gotta have it.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to perhaps salt this one away. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense set to regain possession.
And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
That's complete to Pierce.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Now Mills. Delivers another one to Pierce. Oh, and what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Mills to throw for it on fourth.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So for the Bears, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.